What is good? What is good, good people? We are back. Yes, we are back with another edition of Don't Listen Podcast 24/7 boxing. Okay? And if you don't know, oh my God, Tyson Fury, he needs to stop playing. Okay, he really needs to stop playing out here getting cut. But before we get to the business, let's run that introduction. Let's get business. Okay. Why isn't it playing? Huh? Here we go. 24/7 boxing, good people. We are back in the building. My girl over there last at me. Yes. Don't make me turn that camera on you, okay? Stop playing. All right. Now, before I was laughed at, okay? As you can see down there at the bottom of the ticker, Tyson Fury was supposed to fight Alexandr Usyk. Now, this was a fight I was looking forward to because, you know, Tyson Fury, for a long time, you know, been running his mouth talking about how better of a champion he is than all the other champions that ever existed. You had people out here saying Tyson Fury was the best champion of all time. Like, you heard a whole bunch of craziness, right? Now, me personally, I never really was a fan of Tyson Fury because, you know, for me, I mean, I like a shit talker. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, good people. But just the way he came across to me, I wasn't particularly a big fan of Tyson Fury. And it was because of other reasons too, about the allegations of cheating and things of that nature. So I never really was a fan of Tyson Fury. I definitely am a fan of Alexandr Usyk. So I really wanted to see that fight for my own personal reasons so I could see Tyson Fury get put on his keister, right? Now, a couple months ago, Tyson Fury was in a fight with Francis Ngannou and got put on his butt by a guy that's not really a boxer. He's a great MMA fighter. And he's boxing great fight Anthony Joshua. We're gonna talk about that too but Tyson Fury shows up online with a big old cut above his eye. Said he got hurt in training, so the fight got canceled. I mean, what do I say about that? What do I say about that? I say, if you know you have one of the biggest fights for this year coming up, how do you or your team allow yourself to get injured like that in sparring? And then not only did he get cut in sparring or however he cut his damn eye, right? How did word get out of your training sessions that you wasn't faring too well in them? How did that get out? Because I know if I'm going into a big fight, I don't want nobody to know I'm getting my butt kicked in training. I don't want nobody to know. How did that get out? So we could put on our conspiracy theorist hat and say maybe he wasn't ready to fight Alexander Usyk and he knew it, so some mysterious cut happened above my eye. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying. Because I think Alexander Usyk is better than Tyson Fury skill wise. You know, the only thing Tyson Fury would have brought to that fight was just that he was bigger, taller. But the way he looked against Francis Ngannou, I think Alexander Usyk was going to put some work on him, like put some hands on. You know what I mean? Yeah, that part. Yeah, I think Alexander Usyk was going to tear his butt up. Okay, now whenever his eye get better, stop laughing. Why are you over there laughing? Whenever his eye get better, the first person he should see is Alexander Usyk. Don't run from that fight. Don't retire before that fight happens. Please. We all boxing fans wanted to see that. That fight was, skill versus said skill, right? Some people say he got skill, Tyson Fury, right? I wanted to see that fight. Oh, I wanted to see that fight. And just as I was going to come in and get the hype train ready to start talking about it, start looking at some articles, and I'm like, oh, this fight ain't even going to happen now. Homeboy eye cut, showed the picture like, look, I ain't lying, look. He ain't want that goddamn smoke, man. That's my opinion. I think Usyk was going to tear him up anyway, and it wasn't going to be good for him because this probably going to be his last fight. Now, I don't know if they're going to put somebody else in that slot for Usyk, but I'm sure he was looking forward to that fight because the Joker don't shy away from nobody. And that's something I learned about Usyk a long time ago. Like, he ain't scared. You know what I mean? He'll fight anybody. And hopefully they got somebody that could come in and give us a fight with Usyk in there, because I'm sure he was itching to put some leather on Tyson Fury's big ass head and let him know who the real champion is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's very disappointing. That is very disappointing. But we got another fight coming on. It was with Artur Beterbiev and Callum Smith for all the belts. For all the belts. Y'all know what we do when you get that unified champion stuff going. Oh yeah, for all the belts, unified champion Artur Beterbiev fight Callum Smith. Now, what do I think about this fight is that Artur Beterbiev is going to beat the crap out of Caleb Smith. That's what I think. Now, Caleb Smith used to be a champion, but in his last couple outings, he hasn't looked so well, right? And Artur Beterbiev looked like he the best thing smoking and light heavy. And who gonna beat him? I don't know. I don't see nobody out there. I see a couple fighters out there that I would like to see that fight happen, but you know, I don't think people rush into the ring to fight Beterbiev because he just beat people down. Like he don't really, he just systematically break you down. Hand speed is on fleek. Power is there. He just knock people out. So I mean, what more do you want? He is a complete fighter. Artur Beterbiev and Caleb Smith, you know, in his own right, like I mean, I think his best shining moment was against Bernard Hopkins. And Bernard Hopkins was 585 years old. Okay. So I think that was his biggest moment. And I ain't really seen much. That fight shouldn't have never happened, in my opinion. I think Bernard stayed a little bit longer than he should have. But who's to say? Because he was one of those guys in his 50s still beating people. So late 40s still beating people. So nobody really think it was going to be that bad, but it was bad. It was bad that Bernard Hopkins was on the outside of the ring. Yeah, I remember that. That was terrible. So Artur Beterbiev versus Caleb Smith, I think it's going to be just that. I think it's going to be a breakdown systematically, and Beterbiev is going to hurt Smith and probably the seventh round get him up out of there. It's my opinion. And I don't see nothing from Caleb Smith that tells me he's gonna be opposition, of course, but a threat, I don't see that. You know, I don't see that. So we gotta see what happens with that. That's a fight that's coming up as well, right? Now the other thing I want to talk about, excuse me, is Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. And me personally, like, it's something cool to watch. It's something all right to watch. Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But was anybody beating the ground for this fight? I don't think so. I mean, just because of the names that's involved, I think this fight is gonna have a lot of eyes on it. But is this a fight that anybody wanted to see? Like, y'all put that down in the comments and tell me. But for me, I didn't want to see that. Anthony Joshua should be fighting somebody to get him next to getting his belts back. For me to take him serious, right? Like, why don't you fight somebody that's gonna get you to the number one spot for a title fight? Why are you going backwards? I don't understand that about Anthony Joshua. Now I know, he lost to Andy Ruiz, he lost to Alexander Usyk, and looked very bad when he did it. And in my opinion, I think that there's something to his confidence. If you're going into the ring and you don't have a sense of confidence that you're going to win that fight, why even do it anymore? I know money is great and it's everything, but it's almost like you're cheating the fans of what they really should see. Now, the people that want to see that kind of, to me, is like an exhibition, right? For the people that want to see that kind of stuff, fine. Like I said, I'll watch it because of the names that's involved. But it tells me in a few ways not to take him seriously as somebody that's trying to go after the belts anymore because what was there left for him to do? Like, that would have been a great fight to make. Let's say Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Why we couldn't get that before even Usyk? Like that time when Tyson Fury was out there fighting Ngannou, why we didn't get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua then? The winner fights Usyk. See, for me to take you seriously, if you're not going for the straps, I don't know what you talking about, Jack. Anthony Joshua, he got a lot of credit when he was beating people, right? People were saying, "Oh, he's the best champion we had in a long time." Right? I had a friend of mine, he's no longer a friend, but a friend of mine. He loved him some Anthony Joshua. And me and him used to argue. And I know a lot of British people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, but it ain't nothing but facts. I said this in a podcast before. They could brag now because Tyson Fury is a champion, right? But before Tyson Fury, oh my God, they had a string of losses. Their main guys come in and fighting American fighters. Oh, that didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. And we could talk about years of that happening, right? Or then, guys that go from America to Britain and just wipe the floor with their champions. It happened a lot. Now they had a couple really, really, really good fighters that came out of Britain. But great, I don't know. None comes to mind. Cause see, a lot of people run to put Tyson Fury in that spot of being a great fighter. And I said, no, he came up in an era where there wasn't many great fighters. So if you are better than not a whole lot of great fighters, does that make you great? I don't know. For me, when the talent pool is watered down and mediocre, I don't know if you can call yourself great. Now, me, a lot of people know I am a Deontay Wilder fan, and Tyson Fury did beat him. And I gave him credit, even though I begrudgingly said or gave him credit because, like I said, the allegations of cheating, all of a sudden you got power when you couldn't knock a damn bus driver out. Now you got power now. Like all that stuff weighed into my opinion on Tyson Fury. And it still weighs to this day. But we all for Fury. We on Anthony Joshua, right? He had a very short reign as champion. And he stayed away from a mega fight, when that would have been the biggest fight anybody could have seen in a very, very long time. When when Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that should have happened. And lo and behold, Anthony Joshua finds a way to get in the ring with a guy in his second professional boxing match. Francis Ngannou. Me personally, as a really big fight fan, I can't, I don't have no desire to really see that fight. But like I said, I'm gonna watch it. But this is what came down to what's going down with the heavyweights. The heavyweights used to be the biggest, baddest divisions in the world, where you had everybody, no matter who it was. If it was a heavyweight fight coming on, yes, that's what people wanted to see. So in the state of the heavyweight division right now, it's not looking so good. Especially when you got people out here getting cut before a major fight. And you got guys with big names not really checking for each other. And like I said, the reason why I respect Deontay Wilder the most is because he never turned anybody down. Oh, you want some smoke? You can get it. Oh, you want some smoke? You can get it. Every time somebody called him out or he said, I want this fight, person be like, I don't want this. Right? He took on challenges like Ortiz that Joshua and Tyson Fury didn't want to no smoke with. And he fought him twice. Almost got beat, but he won. And just like I tell everybody, when I do talk about boxing, it doesn't matter that you lost so much, it's that you made an effort to get in the ring and challenge yourself. That's why I respect Deontay Wilder more than any other heavyweights out there. Next, him and Alexander Usyk, I put them like neck and neck. They my favorite heavyweights right now. And neither one of those guys like, nah, I ain't taking that fight. Alexander Usyk the same way. Who you want me to fight? Yeah, I'll fight him. Can't say that about Tyson Fury. Can't say that about Anthony Joshua. Especially Anthony Joshua. Like even the fight where he won his belt back against Andy Ruiz, he looked pedestrian out. He just looked like he was just, I got to stay away. And I see the confidence left him because it wasn't the same guy that beat Klitschko, that got in the mix and was in there mixing it up. That's not the Joshua I remember that I've been seeing lately. Now he won't be on his back foot jabbing, going backwards. Because I don't know what his team told him against Usyk, but why are you in there trying to box with a guy that's a supreme boxer, than a way better skilled boxer than you are? You should have been over there trying to take his damn head off with every punch. Did he do that? No, he was in there trying to outbox a boxer. Somebody that you outweighed, bigger than, taller than. Like, what? Don't make no sense. And now you over here trying to fight Francis Ngannou? Ngannou mess around and knock your freaking block off. Then what? He already knocked Tyson Fury on his keister, and I think he won that damn fight. So what we talking about? We talking about Anthony Joshua just skating to make it. Right now, it look like he just won a big ass payday because he should have been out here trying to fight somebody that's established in the top 10 so he could start moving his way back up to get a chance at the belt again. Now, Francis Ngannou is not no top 10 fighter, but that's what people are going to be forced to see. And just because it's Francis Ngannou people going to line up to see it because he's an exciting fighter coming from MMA. And hey, kudos to him. He going right for the big guys, big name guys. So kudos to him. He ain't taking no warm-up fights. He ain't fighting nobody don't know. So kudos to Francis Ngannou, but Anthony Joshua? Come on, man. What you talking about? When Tyson Fury cut his eyeballs, couldn't get in the fight for Alexandr Usyk, why you ain't get your people on the phone? I want that fight. I want my belts back. Who wouldn't pay to see that again? Second fight was actually pretty good. But who wouldn't pay to see that again? Man, confidence, you lose it. Why are you still going in the ring? That's what I would like to know. And I think boxing fans deserve better. If we going to start off like this year, this ain't shades of last year. Last year was a great year for boxing. But we can't start it off like this. Like this. Everybody, like that. When you hear about this fight, right? It's not, it's that part. Yeah, that. Now, if you, Anthony Joshua, still intend on being a world champion, what you doing, brother? And like I said in the other video, I do not like to talk about people in a bad light, but this don't look good to me. I would have been like, oh, Fury got hurt. Usyk, let me get that. I'll tell you, I'll step in for him. I want my belts back. If somebody beat me twice, this is what I said about when we was in the hood back in the day. You can fight every goddamn day till you get your win. The person might be kicking your butt every day, but you're going to keep fighting them until you get a win. And then it may be over. I'm not letting him walk around with my straps. So I guess Anthony Joshua he going to do an exhibition and call it. He got enough money to last the rest of his life. Right? He ain't got to take on no more challenges. But why subject boxing fans to mediocrity? If you are confessing to be one of the best, which you are no longer that, in my opinion, why are you fighting the exhibition fight? Because that's what Ngannou is. Ngannou's not a trained boxer. He's an MMA fighter. He boxes, he kick, elbows, knees, wrestles. Now he's just going to do one discipline. So that already gives Joshua an advantage. But you got to watch. Ngannou knocked Tyson Fury on his keister. And Joshua has been showing that his chin ain't the greatest. When Andy Ruiz puts you to sleep. And if Ngannou get lucky and put them paws on you, nighty-night, rockabye, baby. Stop playing with me. Anthony Joshua will be singing the lullaby. Hush you, baby, don't you cry. And Ngannou punched you right in your eye. Stop playing. This has been the Don't Listen podcast. 24/7 boxing. The only good fight I'm gonna watch, I would say, better be FK. All the rest of that is crap, okay? Stop playing with me, Jack. Okay? 24/7 boxing. out the building. I would like to thank all of you for watching. And hey, we got more coming up. Stick around, more music, more guests, and all that mess. Stop playing. I would like to wish peace to all of you on your journey. Don't get nothing on you. Stop playing. Peace. I'm out.